there guys, I'm just here with Sputnik. We're going to run through a few basics on brushing. Sputnik doesn't get a lot of baths. He's a bit of an ocean dog, but he does need a lot of brushing. He's also getting on quite a bit, so sometimes we do some of his grooms while he's lying down. And also because I approach home grooming from a training perspective as well, we like to introduce the dogs to a mat, and we make sure that that is quite a valuable thing in advance, so that they're quite happy to go onto that mat, lie in that mat, stand on that mat, and they understand what's going on and are quite happy to be groomed on it. So let's start off. Come over here, Sputnik. So we are at home, so there's lots of things going on. Motorbikes flying past. I'm just going to get that. Let me just put it a little bit further over there. Put that mat on the floor. Can't get it on the floor before Sputnik gets onto it. Move onto it a bit more. Come on. Yeah, mat. Okay, so he's going to lie down on there. I don't mind him lying down. Like I say, he's getting on a bit. All I'm going to show you is a couple of little things that I usually do with him. So first of all, his coat can get a little dull. Sit up, please. Good boy, wait. It can get a little bit dull, and so what I want is to just get rid of some of those older hairs. I can use a little rake for that. This literally just pulls out those hairs, and it will enliven the coat a little bit. It'll get all of those dull hairs out. There's not a huge amount on him, but sometimes when they're in molt, it can come out in handfuls, which is why I like to do it outside as well. There's also a bladed rake, which will, like I say, I'm not a professional groomer, I'm not sure of all the names of everything, but it will cut at the same time as pulling. So a lot of that hair will come out as well, but if there's areas which are quite thick or bushy that you want to thin down a little bit to stop them getting knotted up, then you can also use this. Stand up. No one can see you lying down. Wait there. Okay, so just for the camera, we'll sit him up so you can see. So again, it just goes through the fur, and you can see, oh, that came out. You can see it sort of hooks onto those little things. So most of that is just dead hair that's coming out. But like I say, if you use it on some areas which are a little thicker, it will cut some of that as well and thin it out. Lastly, we'll just be looking at something like a pin brush, which is also great for just getting through some of the knots behind the ears. Do it just a little bit at a time so that you're not pulling on those fur. There are going to be some knots under here, and if I just take it really gently, really easy, I'll discover what those knots are. And some of that will come out with a brush. Some I might decide to cut out, depends on the day. And some you'll be able to tease out just gradually over the time. So I won't go into that too much, but you can see that Sputnik's not too unhappy about it, are you, buddy? So, moving down the body, just make sure that you've got one hand on the dog. It tends to ground the dog a lot better. Oh, yeah, now you move. Come over here. Over. Good, wait. And also I'm going to put up quite a few of the exercises which will allow you to get your dog to stand still, to stay, to target your hand so that you can move your dog around. So if I target, yeah, so I can actually get my dog to move around. No, don't lie down. Come on, up, up, touch, and hold. And you can just get him into a nice position like that, and then get him to hold it. And then you can rub all the bits out that he's just rolled in, for starters. But you can get to those areas that you really want to pay attention to, that you know that there are knots in already. Okay, there we go. And that's kind of the first step with these guys. Baths are secondary. There's some great videos from Angel's professional groomers that are fantastic, and I'm going to post them here as well, because I think on a grooming side, they're really cool, they're really good. They tell you exactly how to do the line grooming. They show you how to slick a brush, and they also show you how to bath your dog. So I don't really want to reinvent the wheel, and just show you a few little techniques on how to make it easier at home. So one of the things that we might be covering in another video is getting that mat to be conditioned, to getting the dog to do the touch and hold it so that you can do other things. You can look in the ears, you can do examination, etc., etc. Like, getting your dog to lie down on the side. Shall we see if we can get that in shot? Move, Spud. Okay, is that in shot? There we go. So go down and get him to go side. Wait. Good boy. So that you can do that grooming without battling with your dog, basically. And we'll follow up with a couple of useful little exercises for that. Things blowing around in the courtyard. You have to get used to things blowing around in the courtyard in Wellington. So that's it for now.